Welcome to the Know. I'm Brian.
I'm Ben.
It's hoodie day. I just realized
Yeah, it's
that.
a little cold out today.
Good guy, bad guy.
Sure.
Like Echo Fighters. Yep. All right, so that is appropriate because we are talking about the very last Nintendo Direct for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It was out today. There's a lot of stuff we need to talk about. Why are you shaking your head?
I'm so disappointed. I wanted to believe that the leaks were true. The Grinch leaks. We could have had Gino. We could have had Shadow. We could have had Ken. We have Ken. We could have had all of these really awesome, interesting leaks, and I'm disappointed.
Yeah, you got Ken and Incineroar. That's enough, right?
That's the ones I wanted.
Well, let's run down. They hit a bunch of things, but let's start off talking about the two new fighters. Of course, Ken from Street Fighter. He's Ryu's Echo Fighter, but he has some differences.
Yeah, he has his own skill set.
Yes. So he is based on Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo Ken. His Hadouken looks different. The kicks changes with your command input. He's also faster than Ryu, which I thought was interesting. Yeah. And there are a few other things. Meanwhile, Incineroar has basically pro wrestling moves. I saw a lot of suplexes. He has a lariat, which is basically a clothesline, a lot of throws. He will pose after he does a move, just like a good professional wrestler, but you can cancel out of the poses. You can also, he has a thing where he kind of whips his opponent into some ropes.
He's all like WWE, like ready to go.
Big time.
Which, like, don't get me wrong, these two characters look awesome. I'm really excited to see them. Smash as a whole, I'm so pumped for. I'm still on the hype train for that. This Smash is going to be the best Smash we've ever had. It's going to be portable. It's going to be a ton of fun. Yeah, Incineroar looks very interesting. I looked at some of the breakdown of his moves where, like, the throwing them to the ropes, and then when they pull them back, you have a chance to react with your button.
Yeah, there's a few things you can do.
Exactly. Like, if you mess up and you do it too late, you're going to fail, and I think you take some damage as well. You see him, if you do it too early, you get this, like, throw them over your shoulders thing, and if you time it just right, you just basically get to, like, get a good punch in on them.
I want him to put somebody in a nice figure 4 leg lock or a sharpshooter, like some Bret Hart shit. That's just me. So this brings it up to 74 playable characters, but they left the door open, and we'll talk about DLC in the future, but they're like, yeah, we might add more.
So what you're telling me is, my dream's still alive, Brian. I could still get Gino and everyone else that I need in this game.
And then they showed, Sakurai showed the initial character select screen. It's Mario, Donkey Kong, Link, Samus, Yoshi, Kirby, Fox, and Pikachu. Then he showed what it's like when you unlock everybody.
The whole roster.
But at the bottom, there's still room for other, squares.
You get the usual fighting like game DLC. You're going to get more characters we can throw in here and fully get.
Yes.
So there's going to be, what, 79, 80 full characters?
It says 74 playable characters right out of the box.
Right out of the box, plus the 5 DLC, plus the Piranha Plant that they finally announced at the very end. So we'll have a total of 80.
So we'll get to that in a second. But then next up, huge announcement, and I want you to talk about this because I didn't quite fully grasp it, and you're a Smash guy. Spirits.
Okay.
What are they?
So so spirits are ghosts, dead people. No, spirits is the new mode in Smash that is, from what it looks like, it's Nintendo's answer to the trophy system meets event mode meets a mobile game. I don't know how on board I am for this mode. I was really also on the opinion that I was really hoping Spirits was going to be some Subspace Emissary story mode follow-up, which we'll get to that in a second. But this is basically their answer to, in my opinion, games as a service without any of the money involved.
And so these are a way to power up your fighter.
Correct.
In any mode? Or just like, is it its own mode?
So Spirits is its own mode. You can go in there. They are completely doing away with trophies for Smash in general. Now you have these almost these spirits that look kind of like stickers that you can collect. As you go through, you'll be able to play through these different events. You saw things like for the Lakitu sticker, I believe, or spirit, I believe. I'm going to call them stickers. They are, you're going to play this mode where you have to fight Bowser, or you're going to fight, I think it was Bowser Jr. and a bunch of smaller Bowsers, and then if you defeat them, you get this spirit. There was another one where it was Gutsman from Mega Man. Where you would fight this super powered up Rockman or Mega Man who had like more invulnerability and all these different like harder, tougher movesets, and then if you beat them, you got that spirit. And then on those spirits, you can start collecting more and more of them. There are 4 different types of spirits. I believe there is like the basic weaker type, then you go up through the next 3.
Fire, water, earth, bug.
No, but there is a mode like that where I think it's grab, attack, and shield.
Okay.
And each of those works as the three, like one overpowers the other. I believe shield is stronger than attack is stronger than grab is stronger than shield.
Got it. A rock, paper, scissors type thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And each of these spirits has something to do with one of those three things.
Wow.
And then of those spirits, you can equip a spirit to each different fighter that you have.
Okay.
And then on top of that, you can collect even more spirits in a RPG upgrade element kind of a thing that you'll equip minor spirits to your upgraded spirits, and then those minor spirits give you things like harder throw, auto heal, and as you play through the game and defeat opponents, you will level up your spirits. You'll give them experience. You can feed them snacks. It's like a mini Pokemon mobile game. Yeah, get ready to pull out your spreadsheets.
What if I just
want
to play some fucking Smash?
You can still do that. There's so many different modes they highlighted in this.
So my question with the spirits is, once you put those on your character, then is that playable like in the main mode, like when you're playing your friends, or did it really make that clear?
I believe that they said there's going to be a spirits mode that you can play online with other friends, so you'll be able to more customize your characters. So you'll be able to play as Link, who can grab and throw farther.
You're super like tricked out character.
Exactly, and you can fine tune them how you want to, and then your opponents will also be able to do the same. So if you have one that's geared more toward this like attack type, and you have someone that's geared more toward a defense type, and then you can more like RPG fine-tune these characters to fight with each
other. Have like a sort of loadout almost.
Yeah, absolutely. And then also on top of that, it sounds like there are going to be multiple ways to attain these spirits. There's a bunch of different modes, it seems, in this spirits thing, where you'll do like these event-type games that we mentioned already, as well as there will be certain spirits you can almost pin to a board on like what you want to target and find these specific spirits. And it sounds like there's going to be some kind of mechanic to where these spirits rotate out weekly, so you'll only have like a small window to grab what you want.
So like, probably with the idea of keeping you coming back week after week to get new stuff.
And that's kind of where I got into like this seems like a games as a service, but as far as I can tell, there's no microtransactions. There's no like you spend this money to get this thing outside of just the DLC expansion season pass.
Speaking of which, DLC that has been confirmed. It's going to add more fighters and stages. You will be able, it looks like they're dividing them into sets, and each set will include one fighter, one stage, and multiple music tracks. That's $5.99, or you can get the Fighters Pass for $24.99. That will include 5 fighters, 5 stages, and all the music tracks. They have not made any of this yet. He kind of stressed that, but this is sort of in the future, what they're going to work on after they finish the game.
So it seems like there's still a chance that if you have a hope for a character in the game, not naming any names or anything, there could be some potential down the line. And I think they said they're going to release these over the next 15 months.
That sounds right. The first one is a limited time offer, the Piranha Plant Fighter. So they talked about that. There's also a bonus where you can get Rex's Mii Sword Fighter outfit and music from Xenoblade Chronicles.
And it sounds like the Piranha Plant is not a part of the DLC you have to pay for. It's something that if you pre-order the game and register online before January 31st, you get access to this character for free, which is cool.
Yeah, totally. So yes, they're definitely moving it more towards the DLC and microtransactions model.
Which makes sense. They said they wanted more DLC. So
that's right. We just talked about it. Yep.
Yeah.
Then at the end, they unveiled this new adventure mode called World of Light. That showed off this kind of mysterious beam of light that looked like it was capturing people and imprisoning them.
Or completely obliterating every member of the cast of Super Smash Brothers.
Right, we got evil clones created, all kinds of stuff, and then
there's definitely I'm waiting for the the frame by frame breakdown fans are going to do of this trailer. If you notice that Kirby was the only lone survivor, which is also Sakurai's baby. Like he created Smash Bros. And Kirby. That's kind of a cool shout out.
Nice.
But you see all of them being captured and being like turned into these evil clones, and then you saw this huge open world map, which I think is going to be really, really cool. I'm interested to see what that mode is going to be. That's the thing I'm not really certain of. I don't know if this is a part of Spirits mode or if it's going to be its own thing. You see characters moving around different maps, and it seems like even outside of the battles, there's going to be almost like puzzles on the maps that you're going to have to solve and like unlock for like new pathways and whatnot. It ended, I think, in that trailer with almost like a boss battle coming down.
Yeah.
And I know that they'd mentioned things like the Rathalos from Monster Hunter is going to be a boss. Dracula is going to be a boss in the Castlevania stages.
Okay.
And it's kind of unconfirmed whether that is a stage-only thing. I'm sure in this adventure mode, World of Light, we'll see if it's actually something that we'll run into and fight these bosses to unlock more spirits and characters and kind of go from there.
Yeah. So this was the last Direct before the game comes out December 7th. Overall, it did get me hyped for the game. There was a lot of info, that they released. Obviously, not a ton of new fighters, but boy, with the spirits and everything else, this is going to be a big departure from past Smash games.
Yeah, it seems like they've taken everything in all the previous Smash games and they're going to ball it up into one, and it's going to be a great thing for fans. It definitely feels like they're celebrating Smash as a whole.
Yes.
Smash, the game itself, I think is going to be amazing. This Direct felt a little lackluster for me.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was, and that's not just because, yes, I was all aboard the Grinch hype train. I hope these 6 new characters are going to be revealed, but just the Direct itself, even if I hadn't had my hopes up, it felt like it felt like a Wii U era Direct. They deep dived into all of the menu items, which I felt like didn't really need to be there. If they wanted to set this off with a bang, either save some of these character announcements for the middle of the Direct, and maybe even saved one of the new characters and have a little bit more to end with.
Yeah, they did spend a lot of time on some minutia. Here are all the phrases you can send.
Hit ZR and you'll find the rules button, which is something gamers are going to be able to find. It's not something you need to show in a Direct.
Right. It's okay. We don't need that. That feels like a little padding.
Give me a little bit to figure out on my own. Come on.
Exactly. But overall, it did get me stoked. What do you guys think of the last Direct? Were you happy? Is there more you wanted to see? Let us know, and as always, keep it tuned here to The Know and TheKnow.tv. See ya.
Isaac got fucking trophy.
Oh my God! That felt like I should have brought that up. I felt like a slap in the face, and all the fans were excited about these leaks, and then they made it a direct point to be like, "Oh yeah, one of the first assist trophies you see is Isaac," and it's just like, okay, all of my hopes and dreams are dashed. I'm done. I'm not done because I'm gonna buy this game, but.
Right.